Welcome back. We've just seen Fergal O'Brien see off the defending champion Robin Hull here in our last frame of the day in the Coliseum. Well done, Fergal. You enjoy that one? That looked good.
It was worth the wait because obviously I played early. I finished about 1 o'clock, so went back for a few hours and then came back tonight. So it was good fun.
We were just saying before we came back there, this is your best run at the shootout.
Yeah, it's about 5 years since I've won a match, and I'd say about 3 years since I've even potted a ball. I tend to get beaten, without having maybe one shot, and then whoever beats me goes on to win the tournament. So hopefully I've saved all my wins for this weekend.
We've seen all sorts of frames of snooker here today, high scoring, low scoring. In fact, that one had a fair bit of safety in it as well. Yeah,
it did, because you kind of think of the form, it's going to be potting and a lot of, taking your chances, but it's actually a lot of very good safety, which is under pressure because you can hear the peeps as it goes, so it's hard to, if you're trying to hit a fine edge and get a good safety, so pleased to get through.
And as you say, you're on a bit late tonight, so it got a bit lively in there, but you seem to not be put off by that, enjoy it.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad, it wasn't too much abuse, so it wasn't too bad, so it's just a lot to get through.
Plenty of encouragement as well. Listen, thank you very much indeed, Fergal. We'll see you later on. We'll see you on Sunday, of course, as we get into the next knockout round, last 32. Let's see who's joining Fergal then after today's marathon here at the Coliseum. We opened up proceedings with Sean Murphy, and he had an impressive win, didn't he, over John Astley. Alfie Burden, he was a popular winner. He is joined in the last 32 by Liam Highfield. Ken Doherty looked very classy indeed against Zhao Zheng-Tong. David Gilbert's through, Jimmy Robertson's through, Mark King's through, and young Ross Muir. Good win for the Scotsman over Michael Holt. What an epic frame we saw. Jimmy White almost gifting the match to Chen Zhe, but the snooker gods, they were smiling on the whirlwind. Chris Wakeling, he kept Jack Lazowski pinned to the rails for most of that one. However, Lazowski pounced. He won with a break of 53. The clock ran out for Jamie Curtis Barrett. Anthony McGill is through. Sam Craigie through with a scrappy win over Mark Joyce. Xiao Yupeng through. Daniel Wells. Dominic Dale looking very good indeed, a former winner here, of course. And we've just heard from Fergal O'Brien, very happy to be into the last 32. Let's hear from some of the other winners now.
You fancy your chances, don't you? I think you've got a little twinkle in your eye there.
Well, to be honest with you, I don't think if you get to the quarter-final and you sort of can see the finishing line, then maybe. But I don't think anyone overly fancies it in this format. I think it's each frame you go out, you try and win, and then obviously the less players that are here, the more chance you've got in the end. But yeah, I'm enjoying it.
And the Whetstone crew, are they enjoying it?
We got all the Whetstone Snooker Club. It's the best snooker club in London. We've got all the boys here, and it's nice to have a bit of support. I've got my goddaughter here as well, Lauren, so she's enjoying it.
I'm very proud of him.
Good to see you all here. Keep the support up and cheer on Alfie, boy.
What's it like out there tonight? A bit tasty?
Yeah, I mean, it's about 3 million degrees for a start. There's about 700 people that have had probably too many shandies. But no, it's a good atmosphere. Listen, it's one of them tournaments where if you get pumped first round, it's the worst tournament in the world. But if you nick a few matches, it's a bit of fun. And at the same time, it's still serious.
The bed looks quick. Tell us.
Yeah, it's lightning. It didn't feel like that in the first round. I thought it was fine, but just keeps rolling and rolling. And the cushions are starting to really ping. I've had a couple of big bounces there actually, but I suppose it doesn't matter.
Yeah, you take it, didn't you, and you roll on. So you get a day off tomorrow, play Sunday, D-Day we're calling it. You looking forward to that?
Yeah, I don't think I've ever won 2 matches in a shootout. It's a tournament every year that I remember you actually saying to me that you always think that it's going to be your year, but it never happens, but you never know.
Well, it's just an absolute nightmare. I had plenty of time on 2 occasions and I rushed it, and then I've hit the blue with the rest. And I didn't feel it with the rest, so then I'm down to play the next shot, and then I thought, I've done it here. Then he's missed the red. Then I thought, well, I'll just play safe, just make sure. But I remember that guy going off the other day, do you remember? And I just thought I'd be careful. But that's what the shootout's all about. It's mad, isn't it?
Great to see Jimmy White here. The crowd loved seeing him in action. But what about that frame of snooker? When he put that blue in with the end of the rest, I thought that was curtains for him.
Probably the best dressed player in the history of the game. And he look at this, he brings the rest out.
And he just moved.
Yeah, he moved it about
4 feet.
2.5 feet there.
He was so surprised himself. I don't think he even knew it happened.
Yeah, I mean, that was a shot he shouldn't have taken on at that stage there, Jimmy. 14 in front. How did this pink not go in?
No, I thought it went in because I was going to go in because the pace was there. And Jimmy just fell over the line. He played quite nicely, but at the end it all got a bit twitchy. The trouble was the ball didn't stop quickly enough. then Williams decides, I think, to pick the cue ball up there before it stops, which was a mistake, in my view.
Good point. And if they hit the blue, it'd have been a blue ball shootout, wouldn't it?
All kinds of things could have happened.
It's all
Great though, great stuff. The crowd are on their feet, loving that. We've had a fantastic day. It's every type of drama you could expect.
All sorts of the whole gambit's been in there today. It got scrappy tonight, most of the matches, but there were still some very good performances.
We didn't see a huge number of high-scoring matches, but I tell you what, there was a break of 53 from Jack Lazowski, who came back to win his match, and it was a super break, wasn't it?
I agree with Alan. This was the moment of the evening for me, because Jack Lazowski is the player that everyone in the game knows that he's extremely talented. What he doesn't do is win very often, but it was good tonight, wasn't it, Alan?
That was a beautiful shot to get on that red. He'd no room to manoeuvre, didn't he? So
he's got all the shots.
Yeah.
He's got all the shots. We saw a little spell, McGill, Lazowski and Craigie, 3 British players for the future.
Tell you somebody else who had all the shots, Zhao Zhentong. Fantastic. He didn't get through. He was playing Ken Doherty, but we saw some super shots from him.
He just brushes them in, didn't he, from all distances.
He's another one that's going to go a long way. You know, we've got a lot of 40-somethings winning tournaments now, but we've got players like him. Now, he was beaten by Ken, but we'll see lots more of him. Ken was just a bit too clever for him, as we expected. Crafty Ken, you know.
There were 3 consecutive shots there, 3 right out the top drawer, weren't they?
Yeah, as I say, he just brushes them in. I think, again, a little bit like Tipchaya. Once he develops his game, but, you know, he's still a teenager, so he's got bags of time in his hands. I think for the next 2 or 3 years for him, just go out there and have fun, pot balls.
Looked very straightforward for Sean Murphy as well. He looks in good form, Neil.
He's playing nicely. He's never really done all that well before in the shootout, but, you know, he's got this way just crunching in long pots, and he does it for fun. And in the end, he was too good for John Astley, and I think he's what he has done of all the leading players. He's the one that hasn't made any fuss, hasn't complained about the ranking tournament business, the fact that it's all changed, you know. And Sean doesn't go with the flow. He believes it's okay. He thinks all tournaments should be ranking tournaments. So you know, he's in there and with a good attitude to win it, maybe. Yeah,
I agree with that. I think Sean is probably the bookies' favourite. He'll be going in on Sunday, regardless of who comes through.
Well, from somebody who's been there, seen it and done it all, to somebody who's Pakistan's only professional snooker player, Hamza Akbar, was in action against Stuart Bingham, the, of course, world number 2. We're going to join it with Bingham leading 48-30. Akbar had it all to do.
Thank you. And that is a very good shot. That's a tremendous little break there.
And we must remember, it's not just 4 away if Bingham doesn't escape, it's ball in hand.
I know, but the red on the cushion doesn't give him much of an advantage, does it? Putting the cue ball in behind that. Well, he's got ball in hand.
Foul.
But how can he take advantage of that?
No, we don't. Free table.
He wanted a free ball, but we don't have that, because I don't know if there could ever be a circumstance. There might actually be, but you wouldn't see it very often. Now then, this brown to the middle is huge. Absolutely huge. Great shot. Very, very good.
5. His favourite now.
Needs to keep his composure here. Well, if he wins this match, he deserves it.
7.
What an incredible turnaround this is.
10.
We all thought we knew what was going to happen here, Phil, didn't we?
It's only a small sample, but it's the best I've ever seen him play. I'm sure Bingham can't quite believe it. And now the blue to take the lead.
14.
There'll be time for another shot. He doesn't want to rush here. He does not want to rush himself too much. Not sure about that. Now, does he go for the pot or
19.
not? I think I'll take a leaf out of your book here, Phil, and not go for it. Whatever you do, make it last a long time.
Okay.
Now, Bingham is going to have a little pot shot here. This goes in attentional pockets. This is for the match.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Absolutely tremendous. The 2015 Asian champion from Pakistan, Hamza Akbar, has beaten the highest ranked player shootout.
Well, what about that? Hamza Akbar, 106th in the world, and beating Stuart Bingham. He came into the Players' Lounge, which of course is completely deserted now, but he came in earlier and he was on his phone because I think he was getting phone calls from the whole of Pakistan to wish him well after such a fantastic victory.
Yeah, it's been a long journey just to play in these tournaments. You know, he's had trouble getting visas, getting over here. I thought he was great. You know, I love watching him play. I've seen him before. I saw him play Neil Robertson actually in one of the Home Nations events, and he can definitely play the game. What he needs is to be playing competitive snooker, and wonderful joy. It's just so nice to see Alan, isn't it?
Yeah, I hope that his visa issues are sorted out. Obviously, that's out with his and our control, but he's a charming guy. I enjoyed speaking to him after his match. He was still shaking like most of the boys were, and really good to see.
Zhao Guidong is who he faces next. A busy day again tomorrow evening for us, Neil.
Very busy day tomorrow evening. Yeah, we've got a couple of world champions in Graham Dott and Mark Williams, and 3 former winners of the shootout. So that's going to be very interesting.
Just a reminder then of when we're back here in the Coliseum tomorrow. A bit later for you, we will be back on ITV4. Barry Hopkins in action, Mark Williams in action, all the action here on ITV4 from 6:45. So we've got a bit of a lie-in tomorrow. The boys are off to paint the town red. Thanks to you for your time today, and we will see you back here for the shootout tomorrow night, Saturday Night Snooker.